What is up, everybody? Jeff Zimford, host of Mortgage Marketing Radio Podcast, coming to you Tuesday Tips live here on the Facebooks, on the interwebs. And we have got some good stuff for you here today. Updates from the road. I just got back from teaching a class to real estate agents yesterday in Orange County, California. Here's my commitment to supporting loan officers in my community, my tribe. As you may know, I live in Las Vegas, moved here from Orange County a year ago, and drove to Orange County yesterday morning. Me and my main man, Brandon, my videographer, photographer, rode along with me, drove from Vegas to Orange County, 4+ hour drive, and showed up at our event, Real Estate Disrupted, Surviving the Digital Real Estate Shift, What Agents Need to Know to Survive and Thrive. And Brandon got some awesome video, some photography, and things like that. So you're going to see that coming your way because, it's the whole thing we talk about, documenting, right? And repurposing that content. And then, of course, Brandon drove home with me 4 hours back. We drove back. So we drove to Las Vegas, did a 1 hour class, got in the car, turned around, and came right back. So 8 hours plus in the car yesterday. Let me just make sure I got there we go. Audio on and rocking. There we go. And on the way back, I'm driving, and Brandon, my main man, is editing the video to give me a nice speaker reel to pick out some of the highlights. It's all about content, guys, and repurposing content whenever possible. We even did a kind of our version of comedians in cars getting coffee, except this was comedians in cars driving for 4 hours and stopping for coffee and bathroom breaks. What's up, Bill Hellstead, man? Good to see you, bro. Love your content as well, always. Thanks for joining in here. This is our part of our Tuesday Tips Live. So I wanted to share what I learned, just a lesson, a takeaway from the class yesterday with real estate agents. We had about 70 agents there. Like I said, the concept was real estate disrupted, what agents need to know to survive and thrive, the digital real estate shift. And a couple of the agents who came had attended a previous class I had done, because I've been doing classes in Orange County for quite a number of years now. And one of the agents came up to me afterwards, only been in the business 5 months. 5 months. Came to one of our classes before and applied some of the strategies we were teaching in the classes, which was leveraging content to build your personal brand and to connect with influential people in your local community. What's up, Brady Wilson? How you doing? And so he came up to me and said, hey, wanted to give you an update. I've been wanting to get my business going and really get off to a fast start. And what he shared with me was that he started interviewing local business owners. And in one story in particular he had was there was a business owner in the Mission Viejo Mall, owns a tea shop, right? So it's a tea shop. Those are kind of growing in popularity. And so he's talking to this business owner about real estate, and the owner was interested in listing his house, but really wasn't in a rush, right? It was just like, I'll list whatever, not in a rush. And so the real estate agent, smart enough, right, because he came to our previous class, said, you know what, listen, I'm not here to pressure you on selling your house. What I'd like to do is just feature your business. So what I'd like to do is make a video about your business, interview you, talk about tea, why is tea growing in popularity, how people can find you in the mall here, and things like that. So he interviewed this business owner, did a nice video, by the way, just from his smartphone. That's it. Held up his smartphone, set it up on a tripod, did an interview, nothing overcomplicated, had some decent audio, decent lighting, and then repurposed that audio, put it up on YouTube and some other places. And the business owner was so impressed, he said, you know what? I'm ready to list my house, and I want to list it with you. Because if you can do that for me, right, then I'm confident that you can sell my property. And if you can help me get that awareness, which he did, then I'm confident you can sell my property. So here's the long and short of it. This agent that I'm describing to you, 5 months in the business, 2 listings, each at $1 million. So he's got $2 million in listings in 5 months. Plus he has 1 pending. All of this, not because he's showing up and talking about nothing but real estate all the time, but because he's positioning himself in his local brand and his local community. And he said to me, you know what? I just feel like I should be further along. I should be more successful. And I'm like, dude, what? Time out. Relax. Give yourself some credit. What's up, Martin? Give yourself some credit for taking action. You got $2 million in listings sitting right now in 5 months, right? How many agents don't get a listing their entire first year? Why? Typically because you're showing up and throwing up like every other real estate agent in town, right? And so in today's world, how do you get noticed? How do you rise above the noise? How do you stand out and be unique and different? You got to find your sustainable interest. So what do I mean by that? Your sustainable interest, like this real estate agent I talked about, he took an interest in local businesses. It's a natural curiosity of his. Helping the further the agenda of local business versus the big corporate boxes, if you will. So this guy's featuring small mom and pop local businesses. He's building his network, his sphere, and look at it's paying off for him. 5 months, $2 million in listings. All that from just one idea from a class he had previously attended. Brady, Martin, Bill, you got questions? Feel free to throw them in the mix right now. This Facebook Live does have I know we put in the description here, a special offer for you guys to get an ebook. I'm going to put a link into that right now. It's the Ultimate Guide to Teaching Agent Classes. So I want to put a link into that right now. And what this is it's going to be my little bot thingy that I've affectionately called Jarvis, right? You guys obviously seen Iron Man. So I'm calling my bot Jarvis. What's up, Ben Yost? How we doing, my man? So Jarvis is my little chat messenger bot thingy, and I'm starting to experiment and test out messenger bots. So if you want to grab that free ebook that's in there, The Ultimate Guide to Hosting Real Estate Agent Classes, that'll be in there, and you'll get a chance to kind of experience Jarvis, my messenger bot. And hope you like it. If you don't, let me know. Because it's all a journey, right? It's all a learning process. And then in there, you're going to get some other info on an upcoming 6-week launch group coaching session I'm doing that many of you have asked about. It's called LO Launch, right? Get more agent referrals, more consumer direct, build your pipeline. So we're going to be gathering just a small group of loan officers together that want to dig deep, want to band together, and want to really, launch their business here as we enter Q1, close out Q1, enter Q2 in 2019. So check out the messenger bot. There's some info in there. Oh, and also just give you a little sneak peek. Part of what's going to be the content in that LO launch is my good buddy. Can you see this with the glare? There it is, Win by Noon. So I'm teaming up with my good buddy Todd Bookspan, because one of the critical parts to helping loan officers succeed is, right, the ability to control your day instead of your day controlling you. The ability to get things done, right? To get more done in less time. And a lot of that has to do with how effective are you at managing your day, your time, scheduling your priorities. And that's why for the LO launch training, it just so happens it goes right hand in hand with Todd Bookspan's Win by Noon edition planner, the launch edition. Even though that's the real estate agent one, the other one for loan officers is, in the other office. Okay. So that's that. Check out the bot. You'll get in more information about that. What else did I have to share with you today? I want to share with you, let me get over to this little piece of info I got here. The other thing we talked about with real estate agents when I taught this class yesterday, and this is really the same content that my members get access to, is so part one of this class that I taught, right, about the real estate disruption, it was the 5 trends impacting real estate. You guys might have seen me talk about that before on previous episodes here. But part 2 was talking about how to future-proof your business. And of course, we spent a lot of time talking about your personal brand. And I'm just curious for you guys watching right now, Ben, Martin, Brady, anybody else on the replay, what's your feeling about personal brand? What I mean by that is there's words, there's, things that are cliched or over, how can I say, abused, and they tend to lose some of their impact, if that makes sense. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but with personal brand, sometimes I get the feeling that people toss that word around loosely and they don't really understand what it means. They're not very clear on what their personal brand is. For example, when I taught the class yesterday, I asked the agents in the room, I go, hey, how many of you here have a personal brand? I ask you the same question. Who here watching, live or replay, has got a personal brand? If so, what is it? Put it in the notes, in the comments below. What's your personal brand? What are you known for? Because here's the thing, right? With the online portals, the Zillows, the Zillow mortgages of the world, all these other real estate companies, Redfin and Keller Williams, and all the fragmentation in the market. There's a lot of noise, right, for competing for the consumer's attention in the market today. Hey Brady, what's up? Where to begin? Yeah, good point, my man. Hopefully I can help with that. So let me share with you a definition from Mark Davison, the Chief Creative Officer at 1000 Watt Consulting, which is a real estate consulting firm, pretty high-end stuff that they do there. But here's the thing that he says. Okay, when you talk about branding, right? If you don't have a personal brand, something that you stand out for, you're known for, whether you're known for a specific maybe you're known for a specialty, a niche, a product, right? Maybe you're a VA specialist. Maybe you're a reverse specialist. Maybe you're a first-time homebuyer specialist. Maybe you're a property type specialist, right? Maybe demographics and things like that. So if you're not, quote, known for anything, all you're left with is marketing, right? And typically when that's the case, marketing, what happens is we're all marketing the same thing, right? And that's where our competitors hang out most often, is because they don't know what to do. To your point, Brady, they're like unsure where to begin. So when you do that, when you fall back on great rates, great service, hey, here's the latest loan program, here's the market updates. I'm not saying that's not relevant, okay? What I'm saying is it's not unique and different. Here's what happens. When you're in that box, you perceive just like everybody else. Therefore, if all things are equal, service, perception, and everything like that, then all you're left to compete on is price. And that's where personal branding comes in, is because when you successfully create a personal brand, obviously the goal, the intention is you're going to stand out. And when you stand out, you will lead. You will develop fans and followers. And this is a process. It's a journey. It's not like you wake up tomorrow. Bill, thank you for commenting there. Personal branding, single most important aspect of LO marketing. 100% agree with you there, my man. It's all we've got left, isn't it? We got nothing left, man. All these big boys are taking it away, right? And they're like forcing the consumer to think about price. So, and I know, we're both good friends with Dave Savage in the mortgage coach community, and that's can be part of your personal brand. And Dave's talked about that a lot lately. Is looking at one of the ways you can have a personal brand is financial education, right? Helping the home buyer, homeowner understand how buying or selling a home plays into their total over, their long-term financial picture, how it impacts their short-term, long-term goals, understanding the different loan options, pay points or not pay points, right? So all that kind of stuff. But the point is, you got to develop a personal brand, or to Bill's point, my point, you're going to be lumped into the bucket like everybody else, which means it'll fall back to price. And you won't really build your own tribe, your own following, which is what I think we're all trying to do, is build our own audience, right? And engagement. Because here's the thing, guys. I showed a slide yesterday, and I don't really want to do a screen share now, but the point is this: is I show this slide, and it talks about the fragmentation in the market, and that the consumer is overwhelmed with choices. So here's the good thing. One of the things I talk about in my class is one of the tech trends that's driving the digital real estate shift is that we have now, right, the rise of mobile, and that we're comfortable with all this technology, living and breathing on our phones. I mean, think about it, right? Remember just a few years ago, online banking was like, what? Online banking? People in the audience are like, yeah. And even one woman was like, I remember like not wanting to go to the ATM and take money out. It's like foreign concept. What do you mean you're not going to walk in the building and see a person and hand you, right? Now it's like, who's written a check in the last, 6 months or something, or a year, right? So the point is this: technology has integrated in our entire lives. We're comfortable with technology being everywhere. We order up, a car ride from a perfect stranger that comes to our house. We have no idea who they are, what their background is, and we're comfortable doing it. The other thing that's driven the consumer expectation, largely because of the growth of mobile and technology coming together, is the expectation of speed and convenience. That's why you use Uber and Lyft. Look at this, I'm getting a phone call right now. That's why you use Uber and Lyft, because of convenience. That's why you now have this expectation. Hold on a second. The old wife's giving me a call here, and I got to let her know, sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm on a Facebook Live, and you guys, you're taking precedence over the wife. Shh, don't tell her that. It'll be our little secret. So here's what this is driving, right? It's driving the expectations for speed, transparency, responsiveness. Now, on the one hand, it's a good thing that consumers have access to all this information. Consumers are in control. You're in control. You're a consumer. That's a good thing. Okay? That's how it should be. Back in the old day, when real estate agents used to, lock down the listings with the big listing books, and they were the gatekeeper. That's all gone now. The consumer's in control. Consumer has the power, all the power. So on the one hand, it's a good thing. On the other hand, the challenge with that is they have access to all this information. They can easily get confused. They can get lost. And they need to make sense of all this information. That's your job. That's your job, to be a guide. help educate, help lead, provide relevant information and content that helps them along their journey to make an informed decision. So they're going to go to the online portals, right? They're going to go to the Zillows of the world. You can't stop that. Okay, 186 million people on average go to Zillow's website every single month. You're not going to compete with that, right? But what you can compete with is what they can't do. And that's the question you need to ask yourself. This is what I posed to the group yesterday, which is, what can you do that they can't do, right? And it comes down to being hyper-local, advice versus price. It comes down to education. It comes down to personal brand, right? Maybe you're the type of person that can have a crazy, silly, funny personal brand and do a weekly video show like my friend Sean Cahan, the mortgage geek in San Diego, right? He's got this, you got to look him up on YouTube, the mortgage geek. He's got the tape on the glasses there, crazy, slick back, greasy hair. He's got the tie on. He's outrageous personality. Can everybody do that? No. That's an extension of his personality, right? Sean's also the president of the company, personally funded over $100 million in 2018, built his personal brand of loyal followers. Does he repel some people? Yeah, but that's okay. It's not for everybody. So I guess what I'm trying to say, guys, is we need to get serious about what are you going to be known for and via what mediums, right? So I'm working on a new book, and let me just pull up one little thing from here because I'm working on the branding chapter right now, which is why this is top of mind. And as I do this, by the way, if you guys are looking for, maybe going to the next level and you want to really kind of jumpstart your business, get your business launched, so to speak, to play in words, we got the LO launch happening, the 6-week small group coaching program. And if you want to get more about that, you got to check out my my bot, my messenger bot, Jarvis. I know I stole it right from Iron Man, but who cares? It's a bot, right? And Jarvis was a robot, wasn't he? With some intelligence, and these messenger bots have intelligence. So I just put the link in there. So if you guys want to get in my messenger bot, you'll get access to the free ebook plus some other cool stuff coming your way. And always, I would love your feedback on it if you think it's working well or all that kind of jazz. Total transparency. So, but anyway, I wanted to share with you the one little section from the branding book here. We're talking about Sean Cahan. We're talking about branding. Yeah, on how you become known, right? Because we all have to become known in our space and our place. So let me just take a quick second here and explain what I mean by space and place. Then we got to wrap up because I got to get to the airport. Heading to the AIM conference tomorrow in Irvine. Anybody going to the AIM conference with Anthony Casa, right? Associate of Independent Mortgage. What is executives? If you are, give me a shout out. Let me know. Let's hook up and say hello at the AIM conference in Irvine tomorrow. And if anybody's going there, I'll see your comment here in a second. Okay, let me quickly define how you become known and what, how you can become known. Yeah, all right, so look at this. Here's the thing. There's a book out there by Georgetown University professor Cal Newport, and what he says in his book, So Good They Can't Annoy You, is the formula for branding success isn't simply finding a passion or even a niche. It's finding what he calls the magical intersection of place and space that will give you the best shot at and you that my book the other day come out April. I can get it. Sustainable interest and what you want to know. If you're watching mortgage related that kind of stuff, that's your sustainable interest. By the way, your passion doesn't necessarily have to be your sustainable interest. Okay, what I mean by that is I'm passionate about music and guitar, so I could decide to pursue my passion for music, take guitar lessons, practice per day, and join band. Hell, we'll call ourselves Old Guys Rock, right? We'll work the weekend bar circuit. Anybody want to join me? Sounds fun, right? But I'm not that good of a musician, and dogs howl when I sing. You trust me, ask my dogs over there. So there may be a small audience, right, for my local bar circuit band, but that's not going to help me achieve my life's goals. Does this make sense? So here's the thing. Music and guitar are my passions, right, and hobbies. But do I really want to become known for being the middle-aged, mediocre, slightly gray-haired rocker, right, who can barely play guitar and I can't sing to save my life? No. Because the most important question is that passion a sustainable interest that will take me to the next level in my career? And is there a big enough audience to matter? Okay, so that's the first criteria of sustainable interest in your place, right? Again, places, real estate, mortgage, all that kind of stuff, sustainable. Where do you have a sustainable interest? And that's where you can start looking at perhaps niches and other things like that, which we'll talk about on a future episode. But part two of becoming known is once you've got your place, which you do, right? Real estate, mortgage, that kind of stuff. Then it's choosing your space, right? Am I saying that backwards here? It's place where I have sustainable interest that I want to be known for. So let me explain this a little further real quickly here. Look at the other areas of my life that might be more sustainable than being the weekend bar rocker, okay? I have almost 30 years of experience in sales and marketing. I studied under Tony Robbins during his early career over 25 years ago and got some great early training on public speaking and training. I'm a skilled public facilitator and speaker. I've been a sales trainer and coach at large organizations. I have a podcast that reaches thousands of people every single month, and I have the heart of a teacher. My heart for teaching is teaching people the truth about branding, sales, and digital marketing, specifically about creating meaningful connections and growing a business. And that, to me, seems like a much more sustainable interest than playing in a local bar band on weekends. So that is something I can truly be known for and enjoy doing every day over the long haul, right? Even more important, perhaps most important, is it provides me with a sense of fulfillment and making a real difference, which fuels my purpose in life. So that is my place where I have sustainable interest and I want to be known for. Does this make sense, guys? You with me? Okay, I'm obviously reading kind of the excerpt from my book there, so let me jump in and see. Sean Cahan, what's up, my brother? I just gave you a shout out. The Mortgage Geek, everybody's got to go follow you, man. I'm talking about you and your personal brand. Edgar, what's up, man? Thanks for joining in. Okay, so back to the second part of this, right? Place, sustainable interest. We just talked about that. And now space, okay? So what is space here? So your place is real estate and mortgage. The next question to answer is, where is your space? The space is where you'll build a community of people who know, like, and trust you, okay? And here's how we define space: an under-occupied or uncontested niche with enough people to matter. Space, an uncontested or under-occupied niche with enough people to matter. So the most obvious approach for success in a space is to be the first person advantage, right? To establish a foothold in a niche. Often being first is more influential than being the best, right? Here's the thing though. Being in real estate and mortgage means you already have competition. But most agents and lenders aren't taking advantage of under-occupied niches. So while it's probably likely that you're not going to have a first mover advantage, right, in this space because it's competitive, right? There is almost an unlimited amount of under-occupied niches, right, which we'll talk about, and many may have nothing to do with real estate itself, real estate or mortgage, okay? You guys tracking with me so far? I see people watching. I don't see a lot of commenting, questions. Okay, so if this is making sense, just give me a thumbs up or a yes, or I'm with you. Give me a little high five out there. Only got like 2 minutes left. I got to wrap up, shower up for the airport. So here's some examples of niches real quickly. Social niches, right? Social niches are those that you create in your non-real estate life. Man, I've been talking for too long, 2 days straight, and I'm all punch drunk. Social niches are those you create in your non-real estate life. Real quick, obvious example. Hey, you got kids involved in sports, right? Mine are a little older now, but when they were younger, I did, right? I coached Little League, right? So forming a niche within Little League or sports community can be a great social niche. There's other social niches out there, okay? Geographic farm niches. Those are kind of obvious, right? Those focus on a particular area, neighborhood, or development in town, okay? Real estate niches. So those would be where you combine geographic farm niches, with real estate, right? So those could be like waterfront, equestrian, luxury, new construction, condos, historic homes, vacation downtown, blah, 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 right? So the classic example of that is like, there's two agents I know in British Columbia. They're lifelong horse owners and competitors. And their website says, we sell country lifestyles. And being lifelong horse owners makes us very aware of the needs of acreage buyers and sellers. Think about it. Horse owners, people that compete with horse racing, they need acreage, right? So if I'm a homeowner with equestrian property, then I'm going to want someone who knows all the issues surrounding this type of property. Makes sense? Cool. All right. How about demographic niches, right? We've talked about these. First-time homebuyers, multi-generational, Hispanics, newlyweds, divorcing, singles, veterans, investors, single parents, empty nesters, first responders. I mean, it goes on and on, right? Now, here's an example right here. Divorce mortgage advisors in Burlingame, California. Their mission is simple. We strive to be a catalyst for meaningful and informative conversations about how to successfully settle real estate matters in divorce. Two Rockstar co-founders, Ross Garcia, got a CDLP, and Jason Crowley, man, he took it up a notch. He's a certified divorce financial analyst. It's CDFA, right? Their customer website is survivedivorce.com. Folks, that is a demographic niche, a big niche, a growing niche, one that is always there regardless of the economy and the housing market. Or you could become a local expert where you, like I talked about with the real estate agent example at the top of the show, right? You blend your space, sustainable interest with space, community of people, and become the go-to resource for the local community events and happenings. Great example of that, my buddy Jason Ferris up in Fresno, California. What up, Fresno? He created a simple website called FresYes.com. Boom, how's that for creative? What does he do? He highlights all the positive things that Fresno has to offer, right? Jason wants to know, even though Fresno's kind of got a bad rap, he wants to know that Fresno's a great place to live. Don't be bagging on Fresno, my fellow California peeps, right? You don't got to be in LA or San Francisco. And he's built a huge following, a big real estate business. His Facebook page has over 25,000 engaged followers. Guys, so, you know, it comes back to this. Like you said, Bill, personal branding, most important aspect of LO marketing. It's all you got. What are you going to be known for, right? What is your, your space that you want to occupy? Who is that community of people that you have an affinity for? And you may not know right out of the gate. You may need to test a few different things. You may need to put your toe in the water, find your voice, find your connections, but you got to try. You have to start to connect, right? You're kind of like the heart-centered stuff, what you're, where you feel that with how you can connect it with your place being real estate and mortgage, and your space being the community of people who you're going to know, like, and trust and connect with. And there's some obvious ways for you to do that as loan officers, local experts, neighborhood experts, certain niches we talked about, right? First responders, veterans, homes for heroes. I mean, guys, you got to be known for something more than just mortgages, great rates, and great service. And even with the education that you do, here's the thing. Everybody's promising, right, this great consumer experience or whatever. People don't know that until they engage with you. And how do they engage with you today? Online, content, consuming your content. So start thinking about that. So that's all I got time for, guys. I'm going to close it out here. I appreciate everybody watching, whether it's live or replay. The link, I'm going to put it in here one more time. If you, well, actually, it's right in there. There's the latest link right below Sean Cahan's notification. What's up, my man? Put you in the book too, Sean. I hope you should know that. You're in the chapter on branding. And so if you want to get access to the free guide, the ultimate guide to teaching agent classes, as you know, I've been teaching hundreds of classes, 10 years now, helping LOs do that. We do that through our mortgage membership at mortgagemarketing.pro. I put up a video on that. I'll even put that in the link just for fun. All right, mortgagemarketing.pro. If you guys want to check out more of those done for you classes and all that fun stuff over there, that's in there for you. But check out Jarvis, my bot. Let me know what you think about the content we're sharing up in there, and any topics or content you guys want me to talk about. That'll be coming on the next round. We're going to continue next Tuesday. If God willing, the sun still shines and the creek don't rise and nobody pushes that little red button, we'll be coming at you again on the Facebook Lives soon. I got to get in the shower, grab an Uber, head to the airport, AIM conference, Manana, Irvine. If you're going there, hit me up in the messaging here and let me know. Let's hook up, have fun. All right, guys, peace out. See you on the next one.